the community that I feel like I have found here through students, I feel like the verse where every tribe, nation, and tongue comes together, I think that's been my experience here at Garrett. It's one of the reasons why I love coming here, and I love engaging in deep theological discussions with other students from other countries, other parts of the country here in the United States, and definitely different age groups that I can engage in deep thought and deep conversation with students in their 20s, 30s, and over 50 and above has been definitely challenging for me, but also it gives me a lot of hope in the work that I perhaps will continue to do after I leave here. I grew up in church, and I learned a lot, through youth group and through Bible studies that I participated in ministries that I helped. All of those years in ministry, I felt like I was always spoon-fed what I should believe. And about 3 years ago, I had, an encounter, I feel, with God through the disasters that happened in Puerto Rico through the hurricane. It made me question what I believed and why I believed those things, and wondering where God was in the midst of all of the chaos that I was seeing and the pain and the hurt, both in my family and in the community of friends and family that live there. In part of that, I saw that the church was not there for the LGBTQ community in my parents' town, and it really made me question why do I believe the things that I believe. Soon after that, I asked God, what should I do to help with this problem? And the opportunity came to hear about Garrett at a conference I was at, and they had a table, and I asked questions, and I saw a program directed public ministry degree that definitely spoke to the work that I had always been doing as a community organizer, but now I have the opportunity to add intellect to this commitment I've had to Christ my whole life, but to put together this kind of knowledge base where I can grab from some theologians that are wonderful and learn about history and put those things into use. And I think that that's been one of the greatest things about participating in this community, and the reason that I started coming to Garrett. Growing up in Chicago my whole life and living in a predominantly Latino community and neighborhood, and going to church in a predominantly Spanish-speaking congregation, being here in some of the courses that I've taken, especially around public ministry and liberation theology, and putting those things into use, have already helped me, even in everyday conversations with my parents and my siblings and my neighbors, that they can actually look to me as someone that can engage the Bible and engage Scripture in a new way, where I'm actually thinking through some of the things that I've read for decades, verses that I've read, but now putting them into a context that fits my lens, and I could see things now through my lens, instead of the way that I've always been taught, to kind of just take information as it's given to you and let that be your truth. Now I can find my own truth through Scripture and put those things to use. The only way that I would have been able to attend Garrett or even think about seminary experience is through scholarships. So I did receive a full 100% scholarship to Garrett. I have adult children. and always been a community worker. So finances would not have allowed me to continue my studies. And so I'm here because of that. Sometimes people come into your life that you don't know them, you don't know their names, you don't know where they come from or who they are. And as I reflect on the opportunity that I've been given to be at Garrett, and that somewhere someone said, I think, I'm gonna give to Garrett so that people can come that probably would never have had the opportunity to. It's very touching to me, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I'm grateful for that there are people out there that will believe in others and believe in seminary and believe that that ministers and theologians and counselors are out there and can have an opportunity if they're part of communities that probably would never have a chance to pursue an education like this.